can get the live video. So here last time I discussed about the various components of sensor system, where we discussed about the part program, then MCU, and then machine tool. So let's move to the remaining part. So we part program, machine control unit, and then process equipment or machine tool. Just a minute. So in part programming, there were two types: manual part programming and their computer assisted part programming. And we saw about manual part programming, various types of G code, M code, F code, and then computer assisted. Our main job was to define the geometry of the part, and then rest of the job is done by the computer, like tool offset cutter calculation. And we need to also plan the steps in which way we have to process the various operations, so that becomes the part of process planning. So process planning, then tool jobs setup planning, access selection, then machine path planning, tool selection, and part program writing. After, because to write a part program we need had all this knowledge. It means the what are the steps we need to follow for the machining operation. So we need to have all the machining operation. Then tool and job workpiece we need to select and set up. Then which axis we are selecting. Then machine path. Machine path means a tool path. Here machine path means tool path, in which direction a tool will move. Then tool selection. After that we will write the having the all the information, and we will use to this information to write in our programming, and we will write the part program in the simple form of alphabet and numbers. And then we have cutting process parameter planning. Sometimes we need to use coolant, so we can also plan it in our programming. And then after completion of the part program we need to verify it, so we run it virtually and we see the tool path. If tool is moving the same way we have planned, then that means our part program is okay, and then we can send it run it on the machine directly for the machining operation. So as also we have discussed that manual part program, point to point job and contouring job, where point to point job was mainly for the drilling purposes, where tool, this one is your workpiece. From the top we are seeing, so if tool is here, suppose somewhere here, so if you have to drill here and here, so you will use point to point program. So from here tool will quickly move to here, and when I draw this curve, it means it is not tool will follow this curve. See simple process of the moving the tool. This is your table from the side view. This is the top of the table. So if tool is here and suppose workpiece on the table, so first tool will retract some distance. It means there should be some gap between workpiece and tool. So tool tip, okay. so that there should not be any uh, say disturbance from the workpiece. So once there is a gap maintained, then tool can move anywhere on the above the workpiece. So tool retract and then it quickly move to the uh, targeted point, and then it goes down for the get ready for the next operation. So it is not like a tool, and that movement of the tool can be anywhere. Like if you have to program, you have programmed the tool will detect vertically and then move this way, then it will go in this way. If you have if this is your target point, so if you have planned that after drilling here, tool will detect on this much height and then it will go here and then go here and then it will start drilling after here. So this one is kind of point to point where only point is considered for your operation. Okay, another case is you will detect the tool. Let me use different color. Another case is you have retracted a tool here and then quickly set up directly here. So as you can see, the movement of tool is not straight, it is inclined. So it is all dependent programming in which way tool will move. The it depends on your programming. And in general, part point to point programming (PTP) tool moves try to move in shortest distance and shortest time. So and contouring jobs, as you have seen, if you are not cutting the straight along only one axis, obviously you have to adjust more, cut along more than two axes simultaneously. In straight cut you have to change tool will move only along one axis. So for milling operation, straight milling can be done in straight cut, but sometimes we have to uh, let me take this one. Sometimes we have, not sometimes, maximum numbers of times we have to follow a path, and that path is having the variation in x and y or even in z direction. So more than, if more than axis, one axis are involved, so we need to use contouring programming. So this one, more than one axis is involved, then we need it contour type of job. So you can see it here. Again, we also saw the programming activities is geometry workspace entry and entry of sequence of operation, and rest work is done by the computer itself. So general G codes, it is not complete, it is only preparatory command where G codes are used, and M codes miscellaneous commands are. This is also not complete list, only for information. We will cover it in when we study about CNC programming. Then fit commands, spindle command, and tool command. T for tool selection, S for spindle speed, F for fit selection. So here in CNC part program, see again in NC machine we have seen that for the lathe machine or cylinder type of job, if the job is cylinder type, so this axis was your z axis and diametrical axis was your x axis, this axis your x axis. So from center line, generally it is defined in the CNC machines that center line 0, and from center se going away it is 0. So generally tool is here, tool is this side, inside of the, because this side suppose this one, so it is inside a box cover, so we have to access it. That's why the tool is kept inside of the job, not in front of the operator. Okay, so that's why this axis is taken as a reference, and from this axis inside is plus x and this side minus y, minus x. So only in this standard kind of job. But when three axes are involved, as you know, generally plane axis, horizontal axis taken as a x, so as you can see, let me zoom it. Huh. Now you see this axis, the moment of the table. Now you see moment of the table along this x, positive x, along this, that is normal to operator, this direction in horizontal plane, along y, positive y, and then this third axis is taken as a z. So from table we take it plus z. Again we also know that fixed zero concept, fixed zero and floating zero. So fixed zero is already defined by the in the machine. So here if this is your machine and this is your, let me zoom a bit more. So this is your workspace table. So this corner you can define it as a fixed zero. This corner. So it is already defined in the machine. Again you can see the table is moving x direction, y direction, and here tool movement is also there. This can be achieved easily. So this movement and table movement is also given in the CNC machines. And this axis, x and y movement is not given in the tool. So we can change the height of the tool and we can change the height of the work is this one table. But in general case, in general, I am talking about in general. In general case, this z, instead of giving z direction in tool, it is given in the table. It is given in the table. So now you understand the all the movements are achieved through the all the directional movement of the workpiece is achieved through the table movement. Table will move this way, table will move this way, table will move this way or up or down. And if the workpiece is rested on here, so the same way workpiece will also move up down with respect to workpiece, and that's how cutting takes place. So again I was about, these are the going away, positive axis, y axis, x axis, going away. And here cylindrical types of job, as I have told you that generally machines are given. This is your chuck and this one is your center. So this is taken as a reference 0 0, and from here plus j plus x, oh sorry, plus z, and from here, from the center to this side, plus x. And this tool location, although it is visual to here, but it is generally opposite side. Just to show you, it is given here, but it is generally opposite side inside. So that is considered as a plus x, as you can see here. 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 Okay. So this is all about access. Again, CNC motion control. So point to point I discuss it, and then straight cut. As you can see, this is if you have to mill along this axis, only one axis is involved, so it is your straight cut. And again, you have to mill it along this axis, only one axis is involved, straight cut. Okay. And point to point, generally as I have discussed, tool will move at targeted point quickly. So straight cut motion, as you can see, the tool is cutting only along one axis this way, and after cutting here, it will go this way and then here. So it is the example of milling operation. So it is following only one axis at a time. And contour, as you can see, from if the tool has to go from here to here, so it has to follow two path or two axis movement. One is x and another one is y. So both axes are moving. So this one is the example of contour, not straight. And again, in the contouring part, if third axis is also involved, here two axes, as you can see, tapered. This one is a slant, not slant, tapered. So it is a two axis contouring, and here, if the tool is moving this profile, so two axis in this plane, xy plane, and the third axis in z direction. As tool is moving upward also, so three axis contour milling is here. So contouring two axis and three axis both are visible here. And now, as you can see, for a part program, this year for the turning operation, where would be the center? If you hold the workpiece, this is your geometry. Let me clear it first. I hope it is visible. See, outline I am drawing. This is your workpiece geometry. This is the required part you need after machining. So how will you machine? You need to have a cylindrical part this way. You need to have a cylindrical part along this first, and then step by step you will machine this one, then you will achieve this one. So as you know, as you can see, the plus axis, so to hold it you need a chuck, and you will hold it in a chuck. So this becomes your 0 0 position. From here you will measure all the dimensions. So again, how much you will hold it, that also depends. Generally, this, if you are generally at the start of the where chuck ends at the chuck face. At the chuck face, it is taken as a 0. So as you can see, this one plus z and plus x for many operation, and this one is for cutting or drilling operation. We can use it x and y x. Not cutting operation, drilling operation we can use it for point to point. So only for the explanation how to. If we have to program, we will see it. This geometry should be defined. Points should be defined for the computer program, and rest is done by the computer. Once we define and set the path, computer automatically calculate everything, and tool offset, moment. So CNC to manual and computer assisted part programming. Generally this one is more easy in compared to manual part program. So advantages and disadvantages of CNC control machine over manual operated machine. As you can see here, this machine and here CNC machine. So what are the advantage and disadvantage? We will see one by one. Of course, first point, it can run 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and only need to be switched off for occasional maintenance. Right? Then CNC machines are programmed with a design which can then be manufactured hundreds or even thousands of times. Each manufactured product will be exactly the same because more accurate products are made by the CNC more accurate than the conventional machining and production process. So because we are able to control the axis more accurately in the CNC machine. Again, less skilled trained people can operate the CNC machine unlike manual lathe. Because less skill, why? Where we need less skill? Because program only we require a skilled person for programming. Rest, once programming loaded, we can have a less skill or a less trained person to only open the machine and put the part, load the part, like kind of work. So like here, to run a lathe machine or milling machine, we need skilled engineers or even skilled operators, because not everyone can operate a lathe machine. Easily, because when we are using lathe machine, a skilled operator is required. It should be skilled, otherwise there we will face a lot of product defects, and that is loss for the organization. Again, CNC machine can be updated by improving the software, as you know, used to drive the machine. Training in the CNC machine is available through the use of virtual software. We will also use this one in our programming virtual software in CNC programming, and where you will able to write the CNC program, and then you can run it, you can simulate it and check whether you have written a correct program or not. This software that allows the operator to practice using the CNC machine on the screen of the computer. Once you have the software virtual, you can practice it on and then CNC machine is also having, because we have to we can write it and then simulate it. So machine is running, same time operator training can be given on the machine. But here we will, in our uh, subject, we will use a virtual software to write a program and simulate the program. Advantages: sensing machine can be programmed by advanced designing software such as Pro Desktop, enabling the manufacture of products that cannot be made by manual machines, even those used by the skilled designer. So sensing can be directly connected to the other design software, and where we can make a design and sensing machine can make it. So 3D printing is also a part of CNC machine. Your design is used as to produce a part, but it is more kind of a additive manufacturing, is not subtractive. Generally CNC machine remove the material, but when we talk about additive manufacturing, we will use the movement of the axis to add the layers on the workpiece. Then modern design software allows the designer to simulate the manufacture of his idea. Obviously, it is clear these steps saves time and money. Then one person can supervise many CNC machines, and once they are programmed, they can usually be left to work by themselves. So generally in CNC machine, on a shop floor, there are one CNC machine, second CNC machine, third CNC machine, fourth CNC machine, and there is only one operator there that is operating all the machine. So this operator can operate all the machines, can can see and operate all the machines, and loading unloading kind of task can be also done by the same operator. Wait a minute. Again, disadvantages are some disadvantages, as you have seen. It is more expensive, obviously it will cost more. Then CNC machine operators only need to basic training skill enough to supervise several machines. So if one is trained in the CNC machine, so only one person can supervise many machines. What will happen? We will see. So it will lead to less worker. It means less requirement of job, and it will lead to unemployment. And here in lathe machine, there was this drawback in lathe machine, that it engineer or say operator need to train for many years to operate a center lathe milling or operating manual operate machine. And but what is the disadvantage in case of CNC machine? That whatever skill we have learned, it is going to be lost. So when we see towards the future, and then we have here skilled, and in the future that skill is not required. So that this point is talking about that we are trained at something, and it is in the future it is not required, just like as you can understand our education system. Whatever we are studying so much, we don't know how much it will be used. But apart from that, education helps in your thinking capability and explore your interest and ground, you can explore it, your origin, in which direction you can lead. Obviously, if you have knowledge, you can survive anywhere. Then many countries no longer teach pupils, students how to use manually operated lathe machines. It is obviously you get less work on these machines, lathe machines, milling machines. And now this skill is required for the engineers of the past. But as we are continuously moving on virtual machines, CNC machines, so we are not learning this skill. Obviously, you should, but it should be learned as per I think. So one skill our brilliant engineers are missing. So whenever you get time, because generally the earlier there was squad skill required in the machining industry. So for that, engineers were given or students were given the task, and they were interested to learn. But now there are some, not some, there are many issues with the when you go for learning something, then obviously there are many hurdles. Maybe machine is not okay, maybe an operator is not there, maybe power is not there, maybe there are many factors. Maybe sometimes you are also not there. When everything is there, you are also not there. So a proper setup, mind setup, you need to learn some skill. And if anything is not met over time, and again you have the limited time also. So whenever you get time, you should learn this skill. Then application and advancement in CNC machine. Obviously, metal removal industry, metal fabrication industry, electrical discharge machining industry, woodworking industry, welding and laser welding, automobile industry, laser machining and cutting. As you can see, a small part made using ATM. How fine these holes, these grooves, that is not easy to cut through the CNC machine. So with the help of ATM and using the concept of axis movement in CNC machine, we have achieved this one. Again, laser machining you can see, and laser welding in automobile industry, in vehicles. Then what are the application advancement? Other industry where CNC machines are used are many form of lettering and engraving system use CNC technology. So engraving where you have to engrave something, CNC is used. Engraving is a kind of on job you have to draw some pattern, or you can say logo. So you will engrave it on the part, so you can make it as a your logo. Water jet machining used in food production where fish and cake can be cut. High pressure water jet steam to cut through plates of materials. Soft materials can be cut. CNC is even used in the manufacturing of the many electrical components. Obviously, for example, there are CNC coil winders and CNC terminal location soldering machines are there. So when water jet machining is there, as you know, the water jet machining, water is tar targeted at very high pressure. So from a nozzle, water jet coming out, and don't take it lightly. It is the stream. It looks around 1 mm diameter or even smaller diameter, but it is so sharp that if it passes to your hand, it can cut your chop off your hand. So it is used in fish cutting. water jet machining, fish cutting operation, water jets are used. Even in cake cutting, this water jet is used. Again, CNC machines nowadays are being operated with DNC machine. Again, reverse engineering is possible because of CNC reverse engineering, where you can disassemble the parts and you will try to remove some parts or try to more than two components in one component to reduce the number of parts. Then robotic technology introduced in the CNC technology. CNC machines, as we are moving the uh, already we have the three-axis control, so robots can be used with the in the CNC machine for loading and unloading of the part. Then 3D printing is using CNC. Advanced machine process such as EDM, LBM, electrical discharge laser beam machining, SLA, stereolithography, FDM, fluid deposition models are also using 3D printing. And rapid prototyping, factory concept developed by the CNC, and it was developed around again the same time when the CNC machine was being developed around 1960 to 65, 66. As you can see, a SLS prototyping machine using a computer. So what is DNC? As you can see, DNC is a manufacturing system in which see, before going that, what happens, we have our shop floor where there are numbers of machines. So if you are this machine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this software, how, what is the problem? If you have to write a program, what you have to do, you have to go on this machine, you have to write it, and then you have to simulate it, and then you can check it. Again, to write for part 2 program, you have to write it, you have to simulate it for 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, it will take time. So is there any way to sort out this problem, to resolve this time issue? And so yes, there is. If somehow we are able to connect all the machines through a central computer where all the machines can be accessed and can be programmed and program can be sent. So DNC, direct numerical control, seeks the answer of this issue, time issue, and it provides using a central computer. So this one, in which a number of machines are controlled by a computer through direct connection and in real time. So also defined by environment impact assessment, as direct numerical control is a system connected to a set of NC machines. Obviously NC machine, you can also take it as a CNC machine, to a common memory for part program or a machine program storage with provision for on-demand distribution of data to machines. Here earlier in NC machine there was use of tape reader, as you can recall, but in CNC machine we have computer to store the data. So in CNC we have already removed it, and what one step we have gone beyond the NC machine, that we have before computer we were connecting all the NC machine with a common storage data. So these are called telecommunication line. Okay, so storage point, data point. So here, if whatever we program here, we store here and then we will send here. So here on this, we will have a computer where we will load the program and it will distribute it on the NC machine. But as the time has changed, and we, instead of NC machine, we have CNC machine. So no case of tape reader, and Again, with the present communication technology, we can easily connect all the machines with each other and with a common computer. We will see. So it involves the data connection and processing from the machine tool back to the central computer. So components in DNC, direct numerical control, central computer, bulk memory, that will have the central computer which store the NC part program, then telecommunication line and machine tool, that is CNC machine. Because we no longer use NC machine, we are using DNC CNC machine. So machine tool directly you can take it as CNC machine. So working principle of this DNC machine is we have this central computer, and then central computer have, have this bulk memories storage for NC program, and then this machine tools are connected. Machine tools are connected with the telecommunication lines. This one telecommunication line. So this telecommunication with two-way information. It means from this central computer, information regarding this machine tool can be accessed. The how many numbers of parts this machine has made, how many parts are pending on this machine. This kind of data can be which part is being produced on here, if this different part, here different part, here different part. So all the data can be stored here, accessed here. So it utilizes the database that we get from connecting all the computers to a memory or storage. So here central computer connected to numbers of machine tools and control part program of all machines are stored in the memory of the central computer. Obviously, direct transmission line on demand. So on demand means if one production of one type of part is over, so directly next operation can be loaded from the central computer. Two-way information, various machine tools can communicate with the computer in real time. Then program in full or segment can be transferred to the NC machines. Yes, full program or some part of the program can be transferred. Then computer can be used for program editing. Obviously, no tape readers and limitation for number of size of program stored. No limitation because everything is stored at the central computer or bulk in the bulk memory. So this configuration of the system can be described classified in two ways, without satellite and with satellite. We will see what is the satellite computer. Satellite computers are mini computers and they serve to take some of the burden of central computer. Each satellite controls several machine tools. So we will have a central computer here, and here machine tool, and machine tool. And if the numbers of machine tools here, like here 5 machine tools, here 5 machine tools, here 5 machine tools, so all are connected to a central computer. What we can do, we can use a buffer storage in between the central computer for all this. So this middle storage system you can consider as a satellite computer, this one, middle one, as central computer as remain as a main computer. So this becomes a satellite computer, and it uh, re reduces the burden on central computer. So this one, DNC without satellite. As you can see, all the machines are directly connected to the central computer. And with the DNC, as you can see, these two machines are connected with the satellite mini computer, where because this one is also having bulk memory, but this one is having also memory, not that much bulky, but enough for these two machines. So data can be sent and it will be stored here, and then from here the data will be sent for the production of the machine, or information can be accessed from these two machines. So as you can see, the large numbers of CNC machines are involved. So sometimes we need satellite computer or satellite mini computer, as you can see here. So we have inserted a mini computer or storage point in between central computer and machine tool. I hope it is clear. So functions of DNCs. DNC system designed to perform numerical control without punch tape. No need. Okay. ANSI part program storage. Yes. With the help of main computer and satellite computer. Then data collection, process and reporting. Yes. Because main computer can collect all kind of data. And then communication lines and two-way communication is possible with the machine and main computer. So these are the advantages of the DNC system: elimination of punch tape, convenient storage of ANSI part program, greater computational capability and flexibility. Because there are numbers of machine, you can store different types of part program, and then you can load the numbers of program. That program number 1 runs for 2 hours, or it will produce 5 part, and then program number 2 will produce 7 part, program number 3 will produce. So you can make it flexible for you production requirement. And then reporting of the shop floor performance. Obviously, what is happening at the shop floor, how many parts have been produced, and how many machines are working or not working, that can be accessed. More information, not only these 2 3, more information can be accessed. All the information related to machine tools can be accessed. Even about the tool availability can be accessed from the shop floor. Convenient editing and diagnostic features. Obviously, it will allow you to run the machine program before running it on the computer, on the CNC machine. And these are the differences. You can take a screenshot, you can read it later. This will explain as has been discussed. You can take a screenshot. So main important feature is this one, MIS. So all the information is stored in the main computer, and it can be accessed from anywhere. So what we are doing here, with the help of MIS, we can control it, our production, from anywhere. So here, apart from this, I will take 1 more minute to show you something. So this paper I will send you, and it discusses about the distributed numerical control system. Earlier it was in DNC, direct numerical control, but now we are using distributed numerical control system. So you can go through this paper and see what are the advancement we have made in CNC and DNC system. So this one was the CNC machine, and then in this paper what we have, direct numerical control machine tools are connected with the central computer and telecommunication line. And then what we have, distributed numerical control system, where all the machines are connected. Main host computer like server, and then mini computers like satellite computers, as you can see. And here all the machines and data can be stored, accessed And so again, MIS, Management Information System, role of data storage comes here. So you can read it. Okay. Mm. One more. No, not this one. So here again, MIS, Management Information System, as you can see, the this one is again utilizing the concept of direct numerical control, where again we are using a main computer, central computer. The purpose of machine data acquisition is to collect information from software equipment and make that information available to plant operators in order to assist manufacturing in identifying and addressing the biggest and most costly causes of the equipment problem and downtimes. Feature of complete machine data acquisition solution includes central portal for accessing real-time and archived machine data, real-time extraction of signals and directly from software equipment, configuration report of the help manufacturer understand and improve the their production performance and capability. As you can see from